Good morning, good morning. Happy Monday, motherfuckers. Just kidding. Well, some people I just want to flip the bird and say there will come a point or a time where people who treated Trump like garbage will deny ever doubting him in the first place and say that they were Trump supporters all along. So, either way, Trump wins because people are going to turn out to love him and they're going to see and they're going to appreciate all the good things he did for us in the past and in the present, going forward into the future. And, we want to say, oh, we'll be here to say I told you so. No, we're also the humble patriots that do stand up in honor and grace, and we are that calm before and during and after the storm, and we're patient, and we are children of God, and we don't boast or wish for credit or fame or any of those things in between. Instead, we just are solely here to help wake people up. I believe that's why we were born, for such a time as this. God awakened us for a reason, and I think that everybody's set to awaken on their own timelines according to his will. And regardless, people are gonna wake up. So we're gonna win, and we're gonna win big, and we're gonna keep winning, and Trump is gonna have the love and respect that he so deserves. And I was also thinking on this, like with the whole Julian Assange thing with WikiLeaks and him sitting in prison for speaking the truth. I find it funny that his name is also Julian, and we deal with calendars and them being incorrect. Makes me wonder if that is the more accurate calendar, considering he was the one that let the cats out of the bag and informed a great deal of society of what had been going on. So just something to contemplate on this Monday. What do we have? We have 8 plus 28, so 8 1 plus 7. That's 9 plus 7. We have 16. So it's a 7th day frequency. We'll have to go back on paper and make sure I did my math correctly, but I'm pretty sure that's where we're at. So you all have a fabulous, wonderful Monday. It is still summer, so get out and enjoy yourselves. Do something today that your future self will thank you for, and make sure you are living from heart and soul at all times with the purest of intentions in mind. And stop being so angry all the time. It does not serve you a purpose. It will not help you glowing forward. My best advice is, if you are still sitting struggling in bad moods and still feeling part of patterns and cycles and behaviors, I would definitely take note of the frequency you are subscribing to. That includes the people you follow, that includes family members, that includes friends, that includes music, and that includes any media, whether it be television or whatever you're feeding your brain, because soul food is a thing, and if you're not putting good things into your soul, you're not going to feel the positive outcome of reaching for said positive things at all times. So my curious question is, if people are still sitting in doubt and they are leaning on God and they are listening to Christian music and everything's good there, why are they still so angry if they're listening to that music? Is the music potentially not tuned to the correct frequency? So we want to aim for that 432 hertz, right? So if it's tuned to a different frequency, is it still having a negative consequence on people? And it's something that you can't detect with your ears, like a sound in specific, but you can feel it. if it's not tuned to the correct frequency. So be mindful, not mindful. Don't fill your mind with junk, and stay positive, because it's going to be okay as long as you are putting in the work necessary to quiet your mind, meditate, and use discernment at all times, because discernment is a gift from God. And when we are close with God, we don't need any outside validations or external noises from mankind telling us how or what we should think. Instead, we can, listen to others and maybe download perspective that, later gets integrated into our own mindsets or patterns. But whatever man has to say, including myself, I'm not a man, I'm a woman, but whatever we as humans have to say has no weight or bearing on what God truly wants or has to say for himself. So, be also mindful that when you help others, that you're not forcing them to think a certain way. Instead, plant those seeds and walk away. Just because you plant a seed doesn't mean it's always going to grow. So it grows through nourishments, love, water, sun. So if you plant a seed and you just expect it to sprout a full giant 8-foot sunflower by tomorrow morning, and then you're saying nothing's happening, I give up on the seed. Well, look in the mirror and see who is the one that's not living in patience of the process and the journey. Because it's the process and the journey that you're going to look back on in the future, and you're going to see all the results of what you had done in the past to make sure that your future is secured and in alignment with your purpose. So if you are sitting all day complaining on the internet, you are not moving forward. You are stagnating, and you must go within and seek what it is you are looking for. And you cannot sit and daily complain that nothing's happening when things are happening every single day all around us. There's such beauty. I mean, just go walk outside. It's like looking at a master piece of artwork. We have the trees, we have the sun, we have the moon, we have the stars. The birds wake us up singing every morning. Everything is working in balance and harmony with one another. It's the humans that need to catch up to the times and the process and what it does mean to love and work together as a team. Because there are some really negative people out there that are mostly good. I would say that they're not bad people. They're not doing any harm in society, but even by sometimes using their First Amendment right to portray a mindset, it also has an effect on the collective. So we want to see positivity and we want to see love growing. And I love in such a way that sometimes tough love comes out. It's good parenting 101. You can't be best friends with your children and let them just get away with everything because you love them. You have to guide them. You have to teach them. You have to lead by example. So, with that said, tough love does need to happen. There's no harm, there's no foul, there's nothing like that, but words must come out to tell people, to put them in that mindset that they are not there yet. But if they take a look within and see the ripples that they're causing in society by being negative, they can maybe go inside and look within and see how we as humans are also responsible for humanity's evolutionary process and growth, and unhealed people hurt people. So until people are healing themselves and focusing on themselves, how can they heal the world? I know everybody wants to show up and everybody wants to change the world and everybody wants to be that somebody. But to be that somebody, you really have to go on your soul journey to determine what it is that sets your soul on fire, and also take actions and steps. If you're sitting in a broken relationship where you feel miserable and you're feeling the need to cheat on your partner, and show up to the internet flirting with all kinds of men while you're married or whatever you have going on, I think that it would be a better solution to identify if your relationship is worth keeping. You can't go back and forth. You can't sit in the middle if the guy's being abusive or the female's being abusive. I mean, you really have your answer. Do you deserve it? No. So why aren't you walking away? Why are you sitting there and then projecting at everybody else like it's someone else's problem that you're not moving on the person that's hurting you? So, I mean, at all times, like, cheating is wrong no matter which way you slice it. So, if you want to open windows or open doors and unlock them to receive such a love inside your life that you haven't found yet, then it's better to just be single. It's better to just sit alone and be with God and discover yourself. That way you can draw your red lines and establish your boundaries. That way you can know exactly what it is that you want, and you're not willing to settle for anything less because you know your worth. But on the flip side, it is not the job of a light worker or an empath to sit there and listen to the drama every single day, all for advice, and just have ourselves tapped for free because we do show up, we want to help, but we're also one individual, and people pay good money to psychologists, and I there is no harm, there's no foul in needing a psychologist or calling a counselor, someone to talk to, someone with an unbiased opinion, someone that's not your friend or family member, someone that's going to offer those cognitive behavioral skills, teach you new mindset patterns to unlock your path, your journey in a positive way, and help you reframe and reshape your thoughts according to that person that's sitting in front of the psychologist that they see. They see all this potential in you. They see the light. As an empath, I get it. I see the light in every single person on this planet. But most people don't choose the light for themselves. They feed the darkness. They feed the fear. And by feeding the fear, that's taking on the side of Satan, because God doesn't come at us with fear. He doesn't make us fear. I mean, we do fear God's wrath, right? We want to be good people, good members in society, follow all the rules, and make sure that we're doing things according to his wants and needs. And so just be mindful that you are not also stepping into the traps of what the system wants. The system wants us divided. The system wants us fighting. There's no need to fight, but people are waking up every single day, clouding and seeding the feeds with just junk. I mean, I don't block people. I don't really want to unfollow people. I just don't know what to say to these people anymore because I've showed up, I've helped, and they just want to stay in that low vibing mindset. And I get it, like, we go through ups and downs through life, but what I'm seeing is like the consistency behind this mindset or pattern that people are creating, and they're not trying to fix any of it. They're just expecting that something is going to show up and just fix everything. That fix is fixed and the solutions are adapted and integrated into our DNA upgrades by sitting with God and going within. And that's what I'm saying. Nothing external is going to validate you in the way that God can validate you. So, it doesn't matter if another person doesn't like it if you smoke cigarettes or whatever it may be, or if your hair's pink or green, or if you wear patterns that don't match. That doesn't matter because God created you perfect the way He wanted you to be, but He also wants you to realize your own potential, because when you're unhealed and you don't have realized potential, you kind of just sit there and hope and wish, and wishes, hopes, and dreams are great, but you have to put action behind those dreams. And any dream that's worth keeping and winning and achieving is a dream that's going to be hard. It's going to be something you have to fight for every single day. Even if you're sick or if you're tired, you have to keep putting in efforts every single day. Even if it can't be 100% every single day, you're going to go forward and you're going to do it at your best potential every single day until that dream happens. If you're giving up on your dreams just because it gets hard, that dream wasn't meant for you. So think of it that way. I mean, it's kind of the same with the twin flame journey. It's not just all bubbles and sunshine and rainbows. I mean, the love is nice and everything's great, but twin flames teach each other a lot, and there's a lot that goes into the process and the building and the trust and the bonds, and the separation process is really, really hard. And many people will learn about the twin flame journey because that will be part of the story, but people haven't gotten started on it yet. So it's a process, right? It's not just something that you snap your finger and that mystery man or woman's gonna show up at your door tomorrow. It's a journey, it's a process, and you're gonna have to work towards it. So once the information comes out about that, people will then begin to start their journey and know what it means to discipline and focus and wait for the right person and save themselves for the right person. I mean, that means no casual sex. I don't care if it feels good. The twin flames are definitely celibate for each other, and that's how God wants it too. So, with that said, you all have a fabulous Monday. I don't get on the camera too often. I'm not an extroverted person. I am internalized, I'm insightful, but sometimes I have a lot to say and it's easier to just say it with my words. But it won't be typical for you to see me show up on a video because I prefer not to talk. So, with that said, happy Manifestation Monday and Mars Monday or Moon Monday, Magical Monday, memories, melodies, movies. I don't watch movies. It's already bad enough that we feel like we're in a movie that we didn't even remember signing up to be in. So, you all have a fabulous, great day. I'm gonna get ready and go to work. Love you guys.